to the Cal Delivery Stadium here at Warrington Town versus Stocksbridge Park Steels in the Pitching In Northern Premier League. Look forward to this game. I'm your commentator, Adam Allcroft. We're sponsored by R&R Car and Van Hire and the Spire Claremont Hospital. Well, welcome here to the Cal Delivery Stadium under the shadow of the Cantilever Bridge. To our left here in the commentary stand. And the Steels are looking to cause a bit of an upset. Warrington Town, they may have hit a bit of a sticky patch. 3 losses in a row, but they have been really strong at this stadium throughout. And if they want to get those into the playoffs, which is what they wanted at the start of the season, to make a quick return to the National League North, winning games like this is most important. But Stocksbridge did beat Warrington Town back at Brackenmore. That 2-1 win, it's actually the last time Stocksbridge have won at Brackenmore, was when this game was played back then. Goals from James Morris and Alex O'Connor. The difference that day, both are in the starting lineup today. Troy Bourne, the man who scored for Warrington that day to cause a bit of a grandstand finish, is not. He is suspended. So let's go through the team for you today. It's Liam Ishwood in goal for Warrington Town. Then it's James Melhado, Jack Doyle, Evan Gums, Scott Butler, Josh Vayler, Joe Rodwell Grant, James Harris, who's the captain, Max Thompson, Matthew Tweedley, and Elliot Morris. On the bench is Devon Green, Josh Shaw, Matthew Waters, and Harry Roper, the last one being a reserve goalkeeper. Stocksbridge Park Steels, it's Ben Townsend in goal. Then it's Marcus Etherington. Connor Smythe comes in for Jack Tink, who's away today. Luke Hogg, Alex Whitney, Paul Iggulden, Sam Kay, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, James Morris, and Tommy Marshall comes in for Alfie Bradshaw. The bench is Thomas Poole, Alfie Bradshaw, Keenan Ferguson, Luca Cancello, and Tom Charlesworth, who could make his return from injury today. So currently the captains, Ben Townsend and James Harris, are with our officiating team in the middle. Our referee today is Kieran Chell. He is going to be officiated by Gennaro Contersi and Dominic Bell. And now they just head into their teams as we get ready for kick-off here. So a big game for both sides. At either end of the table, or Warrington and mid-table trying to get to that top end. When we faced each other last, Warrington were actually at risk of relegation, but they have been on brilliant form for most of the season since. Really used that game as a bit of a turning point for them. Whereas Stocksbridge, but you have changed managers since then. They have found form away from home. The last 4 games, it's 3 wins and 1 draw for Stocksbridge away from Brackenmore. It's what's keeping them alive in the relegation battle at the moment. So we prepare for the match. Alex O'Connor will get us underway shortly. And here we go. So Stocksbridge Park Steels get us underway in the claret and blue shirts, claret shorts, claret socks kicking from left to right, while Warrington Town are in the yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks kicking from right to left. Warrington just on the ball at the moment, as the ball is sent over the top, looking for Elliot Morris on the left wing, but that's over the top, well over the top of him, and it will go out for a throw-in down the line here. Will be Etherington playing it right back again with the throw-in, and sends it down, but sped away. Stocksbridge are trying to get to it, but got away quite handily by Warrington. One that Thompson tried to chase, and it's caused some problems. There's a poor clearance from Iggulden, but the pass forward didn't really take advantage of that. Back with Townsend now, who's evaded the press, sent it forward, but over the top of Morris's head. It goes all the way back to Smythe, but can't keep control of it with Mel Hardow at the moment for Warrington. Playing it back in the defence as Evan Gums there. Long-term Warrington man will send it forward, headed on by Thompson, but Smythe should be able to deal with that, and he does. He'll go out for a throw-in. Just getting a Scott Butler's shouting to lines when he's not particularly happy with something. As it's now back with Connor Smythe is throwing right next to his own corner flag at the moment. I think we're coming through a bit quietly at the moment, just a few settings a bit off of the game today that we haven't been able to sub, but we will fix them as it goes on. So the ball will be back for Warrington Town as it goes out in front of the stand across from us. Stand that's closest to the river here. 2 minutes gone, it remains 0-0 between Warrington Town and Stocksbridge Steels as that throw-in immediately just goes right back out again for a Stocksbridge throw-in on Stocksbridge's left. So the game hasn't really had a hot start, to say the least. Smythe launches it forward in the middle by Rawson, but well intercepted, headed away, knocked down by Harris, and then back in defence. Milhardo knocks it forward. Eagledon will head it back into midfield, headed on by Smythe, but again Warrington Town are winning the midfield battle in the early moments of this game, before eventually the ball cleared away by Hogg, and he was clipped late, and it will be a free kick won by Luke Hogg. Free kick which Townsend's going to come to take, and Stocksbridge try to use every opportunity to get the ball forward and into the opposition box. It's what you have to do when you're at that wrong end of the table, and with this free kick being on the edge of the centre circle in their own half, Townsend will come take it, and he is going to try and get it as far up the field as possible and see if it can create an attacking opportunity. I haven't really seen it create a goal at this level yet, but he did create a few down in step 4. Townsend gets the ball long. It's looking for Rawson. It's a good looking ball. Over the top. Eagledon might get on the end of it. Great save by the keeper. Rawson gets it. It's skimmed. It's over the line. But the offside flag is up. But I think he must be giving the offside flag because he's thinking Eagledon's interfering, but he's nowhere near it. The referee's going to come over and talk to our linesman on the near side here. I'm guessing it's only because of thinking Paul Eagledon's interfered, but he hasn't touched the ball, he's not in the keeper's line of sight. It's a mystifying one to me personally. We're trying to the referee's actually right in front of us here. And he has given an offside here, and that's a poor call from our official early on. He must be thinking Paul Eagledon has interfered with play somehow, but he's leaving the ball alone and he's a few yards away from it on the edge of the 6-yard area. Ball forward here, and Rawson will chase it. He's already, well, he thinks he had one fairly, but Warrington will defend this one. Gums gets it away. Hello, so thank you for letting us know about the echo. I think that should have sorted it. It's a weird thing this thing has of creating an echo, which is only normally used for karaoke. That will hopefully have fixed that, so let us know if there's any more sound issues. Ball back in defence for Stocksbridge. A bit of a slip there from Thompson. It's twice I've seen Thompson slip up forward as Effrington will knock the ball down the channel for Tommy Marshall. Brought down, and it's going to be handball there from Scott Butler, another free kick for the Steels. Five minutes gone, 0-0 here. Already had a goal controversially ruled out here for Stocksbridge. So free kick, Alex O'Connor and Connor Smythe, the men standing over it. Opportunity because it was a set piece that led to that disallowed goal that I think the frustration wasn't given as Smythe knocks the ball over. It goes over the top of everyone. Effrington claiming he's been held at the back, but that'll be a throw-in. It'll be a goal kick, sorry, for Warrington Town. We'll of course try and keep you up to date with scorelines across the country, including in the FA Cup, and there is an early goal in the FA Cup. Manchester City are 1-0 on Salford City, an own goal from Dorrington. Trying to keep up today with local score lines from the Sheffield area and others in step 3 today. And we're also keeping an eye on the table to see how the score lines here might affect the table. All forward, headed away. It'll be Morris holding it up on the left. Smythe knocking it over, and Marshall trying to cause a problem here. And appeals to handball again on Butler, not given, as it's back to Isherwood, who slips as he does get away. Tom Marshall also slipping. You'd think he'd be a bit more used to turf as going down his Tweedley from a Hogg challenge, and it will be a Warrington Town free kick. And James Morris, you can hear his frustration already. I think the Stocksbridge players, after that early decision went against them, they will need to calm down. Obviously, yes, we can be disappointed at the decision. We can think it should have gone another way, but you can't let that get in your head. If you let it get in your head, well, that's not going to be a recipe for success later on in the game. As ball back with Isherwood here. The goalkeeper who's performed well for Warrington Town since signing this summer. Down the channel, he's trying to target Marcus Etherington with this, and Etherington does head that away. Puts it forward to Rawson, who just about keeps it in. Was trying to slip it to Morris, but well blocked by Butler. And then knocked over the top again. Marshall there, trying to get onto it. He will do, and then the offside flag is up as Marshall went one-on-one. And well, we criticised the official before, but I think that one was a fair decision from our linesman on the near side here. Tony Marshall did knock it into the back of the net here, as Alex O'Connor shouting orders to tell him to get back into position rather than messing around in front of goal. So we'll be back with Isherwood in a very similar position where he's just taken the free kick before. By the way, as you see, we do look at the comments, so if you are enjoying the commentary or not enjoying it, any engagement is good, according to the algorithm. So please do feel free to comment. As well, cleared away. Rawson is trying to hold it up. He's having a go back to it. Gets it through to Morris, who just bounced away from him. Gums is able to get away, but Kay to be first onto it. He slips it through. Can Morris onto it? Morris onto it. Can he get past one man? It's Gums in front of him. He's forced him out wide. Gums, good defending from the defender. Slip through here to O'Connor. O'Connor takes it back. He's back to goal. Kay wants it. O'Connor's going to go himself. His shot is blocked. He deflects into Rawson, whose back is also to goal. Stabbed out wide towards Etherington, who is trying to get his body into the right place. Puts the cross in. Decent looking cross. Well claimed Isherwood. Just never seems to just fall right. Every play when it gets to him back to goal, they need to find someone else. Evan Gums with some good defending initially to make sure Morris couldn't get a shot off. Ball cleared away, headed away by Whitney, then returned and knocked over Whitney's head, and hopefully by Smythe, and Kay will get it back, and Butler trying to head out to right, and he does do so. Falls nicely from El Hardo. He's got a bit of space to move. Morris is tracking in as he goes down the right wing in a good position for a cross if you get the space. Here comes a cross, and it's a disappointing one in the end that blares behind the goal and into the fans. Over that stand advertised by John Chorley. So 0-0 here. Stocksbridge are looking positive in the early moments. 9.5 minutes gone in this game. Durham District have taken lead against South Leeds in the Northern Counties Division 1. That's Justin Circuit with the goal. He's been a regular goal scorer for Durham, as they are looking very good in the Northern Counties Division 1 so far. Townsend clearing it well downfield. Ball's headed out there by Elliot Morris. Stocksbridge will keep possession with the throw-in. Ball back with Etherington. Launch long, and it's looking for Rawson. Comes off the back of him, but Marshall got a touch. Rawson almost getting onto it. Some good work from Jack Doyle just to make sure they couldn't get down the right wing. Goes out for another Stocksbridge throw-in. Connor Smythe will come out to take from left back. I haven't really seen Connor Smythe on throw, but if he's switching over a side to do so, I presume that is what we're going to see very shortly. A lot of people in the middle of the box here. Here comes Smythe, launching that ball into the box. Good strong header away. Back onto the right for Smythe, who will have it on his unfavourable right. Wants to get it on his left. Tries to knock a pass through. Marshall holds it up. He's trying to turn. Plenty of people shouting for goal, but Marshall's going on his own down the right wing, and he overdoes it and goes out of play. And a bit of frustration from Sam Kay there, who's the one shouting for the ball. Some goals to tell you about in the NPL Premier Division. Lancaster City have taken lead against Leek. Charlie Bailey. In bad news for the Steels, Hyde have taken lead against Hensford. A real shock scoreline in the works in Tameside. Tunda Olabi scoring his first goal, and Leek have already equalised against Lancaster. Connor Heath has got that goal. As Warrington now on the attack, they're in Stocksbridge's half at the moment. Play here from Elliot Morris, trying to find the overlap. Iggulden has read it and got the touch, and he could go out for a corner if he's not careful. Eventually gets it down the line, blocked by Doyle. Doyle holding it up, gets it back to Morris. He's moving it onto his right foot, going sideways to an unmarked Mel Harder on the edge of the box on the right wing, goes into the box on the right, puts a cross in, takes a deflection from Whitney, and Townsend will claim there's some appeals from behind the goal for a handball, but nothing on the pitch. Ball going long, looking for Rawson. Head away, Butler will clear away, but only goes to Kay, brings it down well in his chest, gives it back to Hogg. It's the safe pass, not forward, looking for the run of Morris. Morris did out-muscle then in Gums, and there's some claims that Isherwood handled that behind in head of the line. Only coming from players on the pitch, nothing from the small band of Stocksbridge fans who've travelled, but ball goes long. Eagledon will head it away. Got down by Tweedley, and then Kay came away. It got deflected away from him. Smythe gets it short pass to Hogg. Hogg pass down, looking for Marshall. A very ambitious one. Will just go into Isherwood's box. Hanley. Malada. Thank you, Spudgun, for that one. I will tell you, silent letters in names is an absolute killer doing commentary. And thank hello to Rob One going. Warrington fan round the corner, listening as our commentator is commentating on rugby for the local BBC radio channels. Come on, you yellows. I'm going to take that as Stocksbridge sport, as we normally play in yellow, but we're in the claret today. Ball has gone out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Almost 13 minutes gone in this one. We are aware that the commentary is coming through a bit quiet. We've just been alerted to that one. Thank you very much. On Twitter, as O'Connor gets it forward to Rawson. Rawson is offside. If you go, it would get to that, but for some reason, this computer every so often likes to trigger one of its AI programs for focusing just on the voice, which makes everything a lot quieter. One of the annoyances of AI. Well, at least and it causes this quiet. Unfortunately, it likes to do every so often, and I can never remember the setting to turn it off, because it's buried deep in one of the menus. Ball going long, headed on, it will go to the right here to Rodwell Grant, who just lofts across into the middle to the edge of 6 yard. Acrobatic efforts there from Max Thompson, that takes a block and goes out for a corner kick. That'd be one for the highlight reels. But there was a key block beforehand. Back on the right, Warrington Town have the first corner of the game. Left-footed, low towards the near post, flicked on wide. It was Thompson there again. So we'll be back for a goal kick for Ben Townsend to take. Barnsley have had a good start to their day. They're winning 2-0 already. Goals from David McGoldrick and Tom Bradshaw have them 2-0 on Wimbledon. While Chesterfield also 1-0 on Harrogate Town. Bonnis the scorer. Ball going long here. Rawson heads it on. Morris holding it up back to O'Connor, but he had 2 men on him. But Stockbridge do keep the ball. Etherington just chips it over the top. Marshall will chase here, trying to outmuscle Scott Butler, but Butler there does much better with that. Both had clinging to each other by the arms, and both knew it was fair play as they pat each other on the back as they get up, which is not always nice to see. Move back for Isherwood. The ball is back here as Warrington are passing from the back now. Jack Doyle will send the ball forward. Headed away well by Whitney, but one goes right to Morris. He knocks it over the top. It's one to try and chase, and Smythe will hope to have the cover. He's got 2 big men around him, and he's very, very sketchy as he's trying to get the ball away, and eventually does escape. Rodwell Grant with really good pressure, but Smythe just about got away. Hey, and now he gets the 1-2 back and left, and Smythe tries to turn this into attack. Ball going forward, it will just go all the way to Isherwood. Back now with the goalkeeper. So ball goes forward. We'll be on the right wing here with Rodwell Grant. Goes out play eventually. Warrington Town will have the throw-in. Goes forward to Vela, back into the right. Good ball in. Diving header away from Connor Smythe, but it's going to be easy for Warrington Town to keep this pressure on. It's on the left wing now, back into midfield to Butler, who comes up very high up the pitch, as Eagledon does enough to get away, but still Warrington on the left wing. They're just trying to keep that ball in play, keep this pressure on, as it's Vela trying to pass it round with them. Back to Butler, who's on the left-hand side of defence, right-footed ball into the box, over the top. It's Rawson heading it away. And now Stocksbridge wants to get on the counter-attack, but it's well blocked off by Millardo. But then Kay wins it. Kay going forward. Marshall is calling for it. Kay is going to try and look for him, but that is a really poor pass from Kay that doesn't even make it past the first man of Vela. And Vela in the pass goes forward to Rodwell Grant, tries to pass Townsend. Townsend with a standing tackle manages to knock him out the box. Rodwell Grant tries to put the cross in, it's blocked. Smythe will deal with it. And it knocks off his one, and now it's with O'Connor on the left-hand side. Forward to Rawson. Rawson turns. He's got Morris in front of him. He's going to look for Morris here, but looks like Gums has got to it first, and he will do. He'll get it back to Isherwood, who will boom the ball away into midfield. Headed down back onto the right to Millardo, who will switch it. He's looking here for the runner Thompson. Could find him, but Townsend does well, rushing out to catch it towards the edge of his box. Well claimed by the goalkeeper. Some of the fans behind there are claiming handball. I think more sarcastically and out of hope than anything else. Ball forward, head away by Vela. We'll go into left, and Warrington do, well, they tried to keep it in Vela, and we'll go out the linesman here, who's already been the centre of much discussion in this match. Ball goes down the right, head away by Doyle. Warrington get it back to Doyle, who just again smashes it up the field. Head away by Whitney, but only back to Millardo here, who will race down this right-hand side. Big push down the right here by Millardo. Back it will go to, actually, you can hear Ben Townsend on the opposite, from the opposite end screaming about his defence. As well goes forward, Whitney will head it away. Into midfield it will go. Then back to Butler. Over to Doyle now. Then Butler. Across now to Gums, who just takes it forward. Trying it forward, and then pass takes a little affection. Gums gets it back, and Doyle now back. And Warrington Town happy to pass it round, and they are looking for a way. And a ball, they tried to get it over the top of Everton, was headed away by the right back. Both teams will appeal for this as it goes out for a throw-in, and Stocksbridge will win that appeal. Stocksbridge have played here 5 times at this ground over the years, but the last time they won, John Major was Prime Minister. That was all the way back in 1997. John Tesh and Craig Chadburn scoring the goals for the Steels that day, as Warrington had a bit of hesitation clearing that, but they do get it away eventually. Doyle gets it back, but Rawson wins it off him. Everton tries to knock the ball forward, takes deflection. Warrington do well at keeping the ball in on these sidelines, and Hogg there took a little clip off his man. Well, he clipped his man, and no free kick given despite the Warrington Town protest. They'll have a throw-in instead. 0-0 here. This ball goes forward here, and it's Warrington Town who have seen more possession. It's a good switch to Millardo here. Bit of a buzz as he gets the ball and runs forward into the box on the right-hand side of it. Trying to get past Smythe, puts a low cross in, takes a deflection. He's going towards the edge of the area, but well picked up by Hogg, who now gets the ball away. And Morris might have a chance to run himself as he's got past his fullback on the left. Morris, he's cutting inwards. He's got Gums to beat, and he's got Millardo with him. Now ball out to right to Marshall. Marshall here will run it his man, gets it back to right to Morris. Morris tries to play the ball low, blocked, out for a throw-in. Warrington did well to get their men back after that break and make sure Marshall or Morris could get into a dangerous position. So ball back here. Smythe will take this throw. It'll be a long throw as we've seen earlier on in the game. Warrington Rylands have taken lead against Morpeth. Jake Burton scoring. Workington have taken lead against Gainsborough. Daniel Ogwuru. A mixture of positive and negative scorelines for the Steels as Smythe throws that into the middle, headed away though by Doyle. Kay puts it back in. Eagleton heads on. Rawson wants to get it down. It's on to Morris. Eagleton trying to strike it. The penalty. It's a penalty to Stocksbridge. The accusation that's like Rodwell Grant has tripped Eagleton as he was shooting, and even as someone who is a bit biased towards Stocksbridge as you'd expect, I think the Steels have got a bit of a lucky one on that one. And you could argue the referee's balancing up that decision from earlier to disallow the goal. Is that a stroke of luck for the Steels? Warrington Town players are still protesting with Kieran Chell. As Luke Rawson will prepare to take this penalty. Town continuing to complain, and well, I think as we were saying when we saw our players complaining about the disallowed goal earlier, the only way it seems to do, it doesn't seem to change the decision, all it seems to do is get you in the book, but no one has ended up in the book yet. So Rawson will have this penalty. Isherwood stands on his line watching as Rawson puts it down. Kieran Chell making sure everyone knows the instructions as Rawson has a chance from the spot to give the Steels a lead. Rawson steps up, strikes, saved by Isherwood, and he claims it on the rebound. You would have to say that is justice done, because I don't think that was a penalty personally. Isherwood diving well to his right, and Rawson there having his penalty fairly simply saved. Goes out for a throw-in. Smythe will have this right. Big opportunity for the Steels has been spurned. As Luke Rawson has his penalty saved to the right of Isherwood. Ball forward. Comes off the back of Rawson and then cleared away by Gums. Wow, I thought maybe off the hand of Thompson there, but hasn't. Smythe has got it anyway and knocks it long. Will beat Butler, who just knocks it away, and Mellado will clear it upfield. Being tracked here by Eagledon, who will just marshal it and turns, even though Townsend I think could have got to that and picks it up. And in the end, it's going to go out. It's going to be a corner kick as it came off Eagledon last after his clearance was blocked. Workington now 2-0 up on Gainsborough. Kai Nugent the scorer. The scoreline's not going well for Stocksbridge. Workington will go within 2 points of the Steels currently, and will be 5 points away from Hyde. How crucial could that penalty miss be just for the season? Here comes a left-footed corner into the middle. Head away by Rawson. Will go back onto the right wing. Cross going in, left-footed. It goes across the 6-yard area, into the 6-yard area. It's not cleared, appeals for a penalty, and it is cleared away. I think they're appealing for a handball there on Eagledon, not given. Eagledon, the man who was fouled for that initial penalty. Over the top, and Etherington will clear that one out, and it will be a throw for Warrington Town, who are trying to turn the pressure going the other way. Burnley have taken lead against Mansfield. Joshua Laurent, the scorer. It's in the FA Cup. Will be a long throw here for Warrington Town. Mill clear to the edge of the area, cleared away. I think both teams appealing for it, but it will be a Stocksbridge throw-in. Hyde have gone 2-0 up on Ensford. Tunda Owalaba score. Plenty of shock score lines happening here. Michael Clegg seems to be doing something right at Hyde. It's gone wrong for Pennington Church. They're 2-0 down against Liversedge. Finn Donovan and Alex Wanton scoring for the West Yorkshire side, who are looking good for promotion to the NPL East. So back with Etherington for the throw-in. Etherington now will just look. Referee is just making sure he's a few steps back. Paul Carden not particularly happy how many steps he's taken. Warrington Town then complaining that Etherington does take his steps. Marshall flicks on, and then Morris is offside as he was moving into the box. Stocksbridge not really had a good rate of the penalties when they've had them. They've had 2 this season in total, and they've missed both of them. James Morris missing a potential last-minute equaliser against Rushall Olympic, and then Luke Rawson missing that one against Isherwood. I think some penalty practice might be in order for the Steels later on. Well, then forward. Eagledon will head it away. Headed forward again. Eagledon will knock it out, and then knocked forward by Hogg. Morris clambering for it, but it will go back into defence. Gums just launches it forward. Eagledon heading away, trying to be tracked on the right wing, but well in by Vayler. It goes forward and comes off Vale last, and it will be a Stocksbridge throw-in. 27 minutes gone. It is 0-0 here. Stocksbridge have had a disallowed goal and a penalty miss. Ilkeston have taken lead against Guiseley. Harvey, Kirby Moore, the goal scorer. Problem is, it seems like if you're in mid-table and you pick up a few losses in a row, you are dragged back down into the mix. As Wimbledon have gotten back into Barnsley, Bugil the scorer. Referee will have another throw in, and we'll see how many yards he takes this time. Ball launched forward, headed away by Doyle, therefore by Hogg, but well claimed by Harris, who knocks it out to right. Malado with plenty of space. He will come forward with it now, into the middle to Vela. Well control here as Harris has it, back into defence to Butler. Over to the left, Doyle on the ball. Back to Butler again. And now with Gums and then Butler, and Stocksbridge did press them about halfway back into their own half, but now Doyle will just knock the ball forward. I think just needed to get that ball out their own half. Well, head away though, and O'Connor has it now for Stocksbridge. We'll try to get it down the channel. Head away by Doyle for it, makes it through to Marshall. O'Connor tries to get it back to Marshall, but then back with Warrington Town again. Gums now on the ball. They're trying to see if they can get a bit more look down this right-hand side. Malado on the ball. Now between Smythe battling for it, and he will get the free kick after a shirt pull from Rodwell Grant. Free kick here for the Steels. As Wimbledon, who are 2-0 down, are now 2-2 against Barnsley. Bugil has just scored again. He scored 2 in 3 minutes for the Dons. And Armfoot Welfare 1-0 on Route 1 Rovers. Alfie Charlotte, the scorer. Can hear plenty of shouting between the Warrington Town players as they organise for this free kick, and it's a similar sort of free kick to how that disallowed goal came about. This not got as good quality ball though here. It will get it to Marshall, but Doyle heads up before he can get to him. Now Hogg tries to send it forward to Rawson. Tried to get it out to the right, but intercepted. Hogg will knock it forward again. Again, it's Butler clearing. Smythe on it. Smythe just evades Thompson, who slips again. Smythe, who's comfortably at the right side of the centre-back role there. As Etherington there will lose the ball, but Warrington Town can't make the most. They end up dribbling it out of play. Throw in here, Etherington will take. FC United are 2-0 upon Hebburn, as Heburn's good run might be about to end. Jay Fitzmartin has scored. They're having a great day with Hensford losing. Ball forwarded to Marshall, and they just can't bring it down. It will go out for a throw-in right in front of us in the corner flag. Jack Doyle will take. So back here with the left back, who will launch it upfield. Anyway, finds itself to Marshall, then he will turn and run down the right wing. He's having a hell of a battle here with Vela, and Vela will win the ball, the man with the EFL experience, and it will go out much his way. James Morris yells at the linesman in front of us here after that, and to be honest, James Morris was wrong on that one. Ball headed away, Morris on the ball, bringing it down. We'll switch it out to Malado. Malado, good touch here, and he has been lively coming from this right back position so far in this game. He's going to put an early cross, and that is what we call the commentator's curse, because he's just lumped that ball and had more chance of hitting the cantilever bridge than it did finding a striker in the box. If I can commentator's curse the opposition players all day, I will do it. But that was one of his poorer balls into the box today. Townsend will launch this ball forward. He's looking for Rawson. It was Morris who will head it on, but then returned by Gums to field. Finds Tweedley. Back out to Harris, who knocks it out to Malado. Malado being forced to go backwards to Gums. Then over to Butler. Forward here, slips it to Vela. He's the one who tries to dictate plays. The man who former Bolton Wanderers man. Launched forward, but head away by Whitney, the 17-year-old defender. And it's a poor pass there from Morris. It's just giving it right back to Vela, but then Stocksbridge have won it well, and there is a Warrington man down as the ball goes forward here, and O'Connor will try and take advantage here as he's going down the left wing. Marshall wanted it in the middle, but O'Connor will go on his own. O'Connor launches the shot, and it's decently well over in the end. And Marshall, I think, a bit frustrated. I think could have done with the pass. with Isherwood now. As both teams still looking for the lead in this one with 32 minutes gone. And now the former Accrington keeper launches it forward. Kay trying to win it, and just goes behind you in the end. Smythe does knock it away, but it's only back with Vela. Gets it out to Rodwell Grant. Big crunching sliding tackle from Smythe, fairly done. Goes out for a Warrington Town throw-in. And that's why you pay your ticket for non-league. Those tackles are allowed. Stocksbridge have taken lead against Selby Town. Keelan Grist has scored. As Warrington Town have another throw-in a bit further down in front of the Steel Glass UK advertising hoarding. Now as Warrington Town inch towards the Stocksbridge goal. And Millardo taking his time with this throw-in. Launches it into the box, over the top of everyone, and in the end goes back to Townsend. So he took all that time and just went to the goalkeeper in the end anyway. Because Townsend just allows the players to go forward. Go forward here, and now we'll get it for looking for O'Connor. Headed away. Kay will head it back before it's returned by Vela. Then Kay gets it in and launches it over the top. Morris might have just slipped through here if he can bring it down. His touch takes him onto the left wing. It's not the touch he'd have wanted, but he still has the ball. Slips it over to O'Connor. Gets it back looking for Morris. Well-timed tackle from Harris there, who gets it away. It's not properly away. Rodwell Grant loses the ball here. Goes here to Smythe. Smythe drills it. Takes a shot just over from Connor Smythe. Warrington Town struggling to clear. Didn't get clear their lines properly at all. Almost punished. Connor Smythe, who scored last week against Hyde, was looking for his second in two. It was inches above the bar. Remains 0-0 here. Back now here with Isherwood. As Seals just come close. Other than the penalty, probably the closest we've seen to a goal today at the Cal Delivery Stadium. As Thompson heads the ball on, and it's just caught in the midfield, but O'Connor gets it, knocks it out to Kay, who just can't control the ball. Rodwell Grant won it off him. Back to Harris, who sends it down the channel here. Well won here by Thompson. He needs some help in the middle, though, as he's forced out to the right. Tries to get it back to Millardo. Does. Millardo, much better cross from him this time. Etherington heads it to the edge of the box. Hit by Doyle. Blocked. Doyle will win it back. Takes another shot. Blocked again out to the left here. Morris will win it. Marshall will rush to try and defend. Morris is going around him on the right-hand side. Another ball that is high, lofted, and almost takes out the greenhouse behind the stadium. Means 0-0 here, 35 minutes gone. So, Liversidge, I've gone 3-0 up on Penistone Church now. Alfie Dean has scored the latest goal. Ball going forward. Rawson will head it on, and Morris, who was looking, I think, for the run of Marshall, but Marshall had chosen a different run that time. Jack Doyle will come away with the ball, knocks it over the top, and Eagleton's trying to just marshal it out. In the end, he's actually forced to clear it. They're trying to look for it to be a Stocksbridge throw-in, but we'll be giving Warrington's way, and then we'll keep a bit of pressure on. Back out for Doyle here. Throwing it to Tweedley, and then well tackled and cleared away by Luke Hogg. It will go out for... Well, actually, I won't go out for a throw-in. Kept in by Guns. Warrington Town do like to keep the ball in play and make sure it doesn't go out for the throw-ins, and perhaps they just think their fitness of intense fitness will work out for them. But they don't. Maybe they just don't want their position to have any sort of breather. The ball forward from Vela takes a deflection off Rawson, and it will be out for a throw-in. That is quickly taken, but he'll get it. He clatters off the back of Hogg, and now Warrington will kill in. There is no offside given. Into the middle here for Vela. Vela turns, shoots, great save Townsend. Hogg's trying to clear, and he clears away. But it's still attack's still on. Rodwell Grant on the ball. On the right-hand side, looking for a ball in. Pass onto the edge of the area. Going back. Here goes to Doyle now. Back it goes here for Harris, and then Hogg trying to win the ball, but will go back towards Thompson. Now back to Doyle, who switches it to Millardo on the right hand side. takes the touch. Moving inside into the middle, he'll have to play it back to Butler. Still survived. Incredible save from Ben Townsend from Josh Vayler. That looked like a dead certain goal there that Townsend has just denied. That's one. Warrington Town keep possession here, but now looking to try and get it in some sort of a dangerous area on the right. And this may be where it works out. Ball slipped across, back to Rodwell Grant, takes a shot, high and wide. Good play, just didn't have the outcome Warrington Town would have wanted. 38 minutes gone in this game, remains 0-0. Warrington Town have just had their best football and best chance of the match. That Josh Vayler, who maybe took one extra touch more than he needed to, but found the stretched right leg of Ben Townsend as he was looking for the bottom corner. Warrington Rylands gone 2-0 up on Morpeth. Harrison Wood, the scorer. Ball going forward, headed away. Thompson bringing it down. O'Connor got into him. Now it's Kay on the ball, trying to get it forward, but too easy. Butler on it, sends it down the channel, and Smythe knocks it back to Whitney, who will get it towards the left-hand side. Morris is trying to get to it, headed forward, well claimed by Harris. Pass forward, blocked by Smythe. Back it goes to Whitney, who launched it up, looking for Rawson, who just lost out that physical battle with Gums. Kay tries to return it, flip through, and now Morris, who I think is onside, and he is onside. Trying to go down the left here, trying to get past Gums. Takes flexion, comes off the back of Marshall, appeals for handball, not given. He came off the top of his shoulder. Now back to Marshall on the left wing. Can he find the cross? He wants to get it on his right. He said he's going to get it back to O'Connor. O'Connor puts the cross in over the top of everyone. Will be harmless in the end. And I think just Marshall just didn't want to put the cross in on his left. I think that made sure that opportunity didn't really progress anywhere. .39.5 minutes gone. Isherwood short. Now to Vayler, who's dropped the deepest of any Warrington player to get that ball. Sideways to Butler. Now Doyle, who will launch the ball upfield. Eagledon will look to get it away. He does do so. They'll be back with Doyle, who just returns it that way. Header won by Thompson there. Eagledon getting away, but then Morris, who gets it forward. It goes into the box, and Townsend will be able to claim that one. So it's ball currently with Townsend, who will launch it forward. Knocked away. Kay will return it over the top. Marshall will get it. There is no offside. Yeah, the offside flag will go up. The linesman is not the quickest to raise his flag in the world. Steals for a moment. Thought they were offside there. It was definitely a marginal call. As the ball is back now with Isherwood. Back with the goalkeeper now. Everyone being shifted to the right. As Lancaster have retaken lead against the league. Nick Evangelinos, the scorer. I'll go to the top. Smythe will launch it away. Headed right back by Harris. Smythe trying to contest it, and he will come away with it eventually, and then drag down, nothing given, and there will be eventually something given. Like the protests of the Lancaster fans closest to it. Warrington Town fans, sorry. Ball going to quickly taken, but Malado occasion. Don't think the referee was happy with that quickly take free kick. It will be redone. Townsend will come up to take it. Seen two free kicks like this from now. One that led to the disallowed goal that I think Stockbridge will insist should have countered, and one that was quite a poor kick from Townsend and almost led to a Warrington Town chance. So who knows what's going to happen with this one. Launched forward, looking for Rawson, but headed away. It's currently Morris trying to hold it up, and he's done a good job of holding up. Slips it forward to Vayler. Smythe had a foot in, clear away. Morris trying to get to it, but Gums heads away. Ball forward. Eagledon heads it back into midfield. Hogg shouldered everything to a little sort there, and Tweedley got in with a sliding tackle, but Jade out. Marshall I think took the last touches there, and it will go out for a Warrington Town throw-in. The ball back will go all the way back to Isherwood now. Warrington Town have a very confident team in terms of passing, and not one where the defenders just want to get it away from them as much as possible. Harris getting it over to Gums. Now to the right to Millardo. Back to Gums. Now Butler. And now Harris, who will take it forward. Trying to put it down the channel. Townsend is racing out to it, with Morris trying to be the man to get it, but Townsend is quickest to it. Route 1 Rovers are going to have to 10 men against Armfoot Welfare. Omar Anjum has been sent off. Ball cleared away, but it's a poor ball. It will just be back for Millardo. Closing in half time here as Gums takes control of the ball. Over to Millardo, then back to Isherwood. Isherwood probably has a claim to have had the most touches in this game so far, as Doyle has it on the left-hand side. Knocks it over the top. Headed away by Whitney. O'Connor gets it forward to Hogg. Hogg trying to find O'Connor again, but just pressed out there. Warrington Town back on the ball. Harris switching it over to Millardo, who brings it down in their own half at the moment as it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Isherwood. Short to Butler. Butler gets it forward into midfield, then back into defence and forward again into Morris on that left-hand side. Back to Doyle, who launches it upfield, and it's quite a good-looking pass here. And then it's a bit of physicality between the number 9 Thompson and Alex Whitney. Not been given. I think it was a 50-50 ball. Both players fair to go for it. In the end, the 17-year-old defender won out against Max Thompson. Townsend on the ball, launching it forward. Took an awkward bounce to go over James Harris's head. Back it goes, and well won there by Tweedley, who gets pushed in the back by Hogg. It's a free kick to the Yellows. Going to push and shove between Morris and Josh Vayler now. Being split up by Evan Gums, who's playing peacemaker. But the referee, Kieran Chell, not particularly happy with that, and there is going to be some words now from the referee to those two. But it doesn't look like the referee's going to hand out any card yet. He's not. No player has been booked yet in this game. As Warrington Rhineland's gone 3-0 upon Morpeth. George Waring has scored. Ball going back. Harris on the ball, the club captain for Warrington, will knock the ball forward, and Everington trying to just make sure that Morris can get all of it. In the end, Everington did, and he cleared it off an Warrington man to get the goal kick. With Townsend now as the Steels 0-0 here at Caldock Delivery Stadium. We're into out of time. We haven't seen the added board go up as the ball goes forward, headed out for a throw-in. Has been a couple of stoppages, so I'd imagine 2 or 3. As the ball currently with Everington throwing on the halfway line, that he has taken a few yards forward, right in front of Paul Carden, who had been frustrated by that all day. And just as Warrington Town had that one out to play throwing, that is it for the half. So Stocksbridge Park Steels thought they had the lead within 5 minutes. Luke Rawson's deflected effort did hit the back of the net, but it was ruled for offside. We believed it said Paul Eagledon was an interfering man after he had the initial effort that was blocked. And then Stocksbridge had a penalty. Paul Eagledon being fouled in the box, where Luke Rawson, though, penalty was saved by Liam Isherwood. It is 0-0 at the break here. We will see you in 15 minutes. and welcome back to the second half of this Pitching In Northern Premier League Premier Division match between Warrington Town and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I am your commentator today, Adam Allcroft, and we're sponsored by R&R Car and Van Hire and Spire Claremont Hospital. It's 0-0 here, but certainly not a boring first half. Plenty of controversy to talk about. There was the disallowed goal from Luke Rawson that seemingly disallowed due to interference in play from Paul Iggulden, who was in offside position, but how much he was interfering is up for debate. And then a penalty that Warrington Town definitely didn't think was one, but it didn't matter in the end because Luke Rawson missed that, with Liam Ishwood saving to his right. We are just about to get underway. Warrington about to start the match. Warrington had their big chance towards the end. Josh Vayler had his close-range effort brilliantly saved by Ben Townsend. The game has now started. Warrington Town are in the yellow and blue shirts, kicking from left to right, while Stocksbridge Park Steels are in the claret shirts, claret shorts, kicking from right to left. Just before the half-time break, Hebburn equalised against FC United. Liam Murray scores 1-1 there. So the highest position team winning at the moment, Warrington Rylands, who are winning 3-0 away at Morpeth. Stocksbridge trying to get the ball back down the right wing. Marshall trying to cause a problem, but Doyle's able to do enough just to cover it and let go out for a throw. Ball thrown forward, headed on, back for Whitney to launch it forward. Headed away by Gums. It'll go over to Millardo. And we'll launch it forward. He's looking for Thompson. Gets it over Whitney, but Townsend quickly out to Clay. And there's going to be a brief stoppage here. I think Townsend's not happy with the Chryslow football. Soon to be gone at the Chryslow footballs. Will be replaced. There's a whole new contract coming next year with Capelli Sport. And the fact that the Chryslow footballs are gone will be much celebrated by many teams, and I think quite a few teams already expressed their delight on social media, including our goalkeeper Ben Townsend. And our manager Jordan Lemon got mentioned in one of those Twitter stories. Said he was very glad he never really had to head them because they were like a rock. And there goes that rock flying over the top. Over Rawson's, and now Marshall five for it. Goes over him before Gums able to come in and just boot that one away. Etherington will head that forward. O'Connor tried to get forward, but now back in the field. Warrington Town, they get it out to the right. And Harris will just play back in the fence, then back to Harris, who turns, and he will now send it over the top. And he's brought down really well on our right-hand side, brought in well, but then cleared away by Whitney. It was good play for Elliot Morris, who's seemingly switched to the right wing after being used on the left wing for most of the first half. And clipped over the top to Millardo. Warrington Town still on the attack. Morris tracking. Cross Millardo blocked by Morris, and Smythe will pick it up. Gets it forward to O'Connor, put under a bit more pressure than expected to by Millardo. And now Warrington Town keep pressure on, but Smythe doing really well, marshals it and gets it out for a goal kick. James Harris didn't give up on that. Armford Welfare also took a 2-goal against Rural Rose before the half-time break. Regan Fish the scorer ends. Back to Townsend now. Ball launched forward, but it's not a great one, as it's Morris who's able to head that out way, and now it's on to Thompson on the right wing. He's rushing down. He's got a few options in the middle. Comes forced back, foot in, did get from Whitney, but back to Millardo, who puts the cross in. Holds it short. Hogg misses his kick though, goes to the edge of the area, flicked into the middle, and it's well read by Hogg, who's able to clear that away before Josh Vayler could get on for it. He will be desperate from after that chance was missed in the first half. Thrown into the box now to Rodwell Grant, who puts a nice ball into the middle. Iggulden had to get that away. Tweedley was waiting. The ball goes back, but Warrington Town will keep possession. They must be at over 60% possession for the match. They're very comfortable in it. They're back in defence. Ball forward now to Rodwell Grant, who's dropped a bit deeper than he normally would. To the left it goes, and then some nice little 1-2 for Tweedley. Looking for a ball forward now, and he'll give it back into Vayler. Switches it out to Millardo. Forced backwards at the moment, but does well to find Morris, and then in by Smythe. It will be touching Morris last, and it's out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Warrington Town having more of the ball at the start of the second half so far. 0-0 here after 49 minutes. Ball launched forward, and Marshall trying to get it. We'll go back to Isherwood. Forward, and it's back in the defence now with Butler. Butler out to left to Rodwell Grant. He's going to have a run at Etherington here. Etherington gets a touch. He's getting ragged around there by Rodwell Grant, and the free kick will be given for that. Rodwell Grant was trying to use his physicality there to get the ball back, and just a bit too much physicality according to our referee Kieran Chell. He's been assisted by Gennaro Contursi and Dominic Bell, sorry. Back here for Townsend. Ball going forward. Headed away into the middle. Kind of tried to get onto it, but Warrington Town winning midfield again. Out to the right it goes to Millardo, who's currently deep in his own half, but has the space. We'll go back into defence and launch forward, looking for Thompson, and Whitney heads it away to Kay. Kay just forced into midfield and avoids Rogal, who then just shoulder barges him, and that will be a free kick for the shoulder barge. 2 fouls in the space of a minute for the forward. It's a dangerous thing to do because they both are just fair enough fouls. You won't, nothing you'd raise an eyebrow at really. But you do too many of those in too quick succession, the referee will probably put you in the book. It's going to be exactly on the halfway line. Townsend will come up to take it. We'll see how this ends up as the ball launched to the far side. Rawson heads it across goal. There's a bet to the far post. The offside flag is up again. It would have gone wide anyway. I think it's Tommy Marshall with the header. But the linesman has his flag up once again. Well worked set piece. Certainly unlocked the dance for a moment, but the linesman adjudged to Marshall to just be half a yard off. So it remains 0-0 here. It's just getting a bit darker here at the Caldart Delivery Stadium. There's a bit of a chill in the air. Ball launches forward. Eagleton heads away, then returned, and Whitney will get it out to the left. Smythe launches forward, but intercepted and then cleared away. Smythe will return it forward again, then back Bell Millardo. Not forward. Eagleton will track it, and he'll just knock it on with his head so Townsend can claim it. By the way, for Stocksbridge fans who are listening, or if you're a Warrington Town that fancies a trip over to Brackenmore, we are running a special offer for our game against Prescott Cables next week. It's pies, programme and Prescott. Basically, you can have a pie, which includes your mushy peas and a drink, a programme and a ticket, all for £16. That is only available online on the website. So go to stocksbridgeparksteels.co.uk, click on the shop and buy your special deal for next week. Ball out towards Rawson, headed away into the middle to Vayler, out to the left, into Vayler again, who controls it well, out onto the right-hand side. Harris has got a few options. Millardo's on his right, into the middle he will go. Whitney getting a few tackles in. Whitney got beaten for pace for a second. Man goes down, Morris goes down, and will go for a goal kick. There's appeals for a penalty from the Warrington Town fans. That would have been a very, very harsh penalty. It's physicality from both players, both Whitney and Morris, who are both struggling after that. Both young players. And it's just in the end of the day, it's half, 6 to 1 and half a dozen of the other. As Liv Phillips comes on to substitute to Alex Whitney, whereas Elliot Morris will come back up. Hyde have gone 3-0 up on Hensford. Damon Parker scored. Kelvin Davis is the new manager at Hensford this week after the shock sacking of Gavin Hurren on Monday, and It's one of those decisions that will only look good if Hensford get promoted at the end of the year, and at the moment it's not looking like the wisest decision. And I think the fans are jeering Alex Whitney as he's down with his injury. I think Phillips is stretching his shoulder. Doesn't look right, I will say that. He's right in front of us here. And the fans aren't exactly positive about it. As some jeering of a not so brilliant kind from the fans. And it looks like Alex Whitney will have to head off. So there will be a substitution. So Alex Whitney on loan from Chesterfield, he will head off. Whitney's trying to cancel the substitution actually. Now he wants to be able to return. And the game will resume. Whitney will not head off just yet. Much to the jeers of the fans to the right of us. So Alex Whitney, he doesn't want to go off. Liv Phillips has given her okay. He will return to action shortly once the referee deems it okay. Townsend sending the ball forward. For Rawson, it comes off him into the middle, and now Warrington Town look to take advantage of the 10-man Stocksbridge as they go forward, and eventually will go out to play, and he's going to go out to play for a Stocksbridge throw, and Alex Whitney will return to the pitch. So ball with Smythe, he launches it downfield here, headed into the middle. Hogg got a touch onto it before Tweedley able to volley it away. Etherington's going to try and bring it down. He heads it forward. Bottom by Marshall, knocked away from him before Doyle on it will clear it away. Iggledon will try and pressure it, but it goes into the middle and it's friction in the air. And Cage Spear hesitant from Kay has allowed Warrington to get on the attack here. Ball into the middle. It's a poor ball from the number 8, James Harris. Townsend claims. 56 minutes gone, 0-0 here. Frickliffe taking lead against Answorth. Joel Spence the scorer. As Doyle can only head into the middle. Kay knocks it forward, looking for Morris, but there'll be a stoppage because I think of a head injury to Jack Doyle. Quite rightly, we stopped for head injuries. That did look positive for Stocksbridge for a moment. Worsborough have gone 2-0 up on Selby Town. Game will resume. No treatment was needed for Jack Doyle in the end. Back into the defence it goes, and Warrington Town will get possession of the ball. Feels like these stoppages, head injuries, don't work as they should, because Stocksbridge were on the attack and it went back to Warrington. And we saw it actually work in Stocksbridge's favour last week against Hyde, where Hyde were on the attack and Stocksbridge got the ball after a player was down for a head injury. But now Warrington are on the attack. Rodwell Grant on the left, back into midfield. Tweedley's deep. Warrington have got a few people in the box, but I think they've gone further back, so Stocksbridge able to press out on foot to have a higher line. Into field to Vela, looking for Millardo. Poor pass. Smythe puts it out first time pass to Morris. Can a counter-attack begin here? Well in though by Harris after recovering from the mistake, and he makes sure it goes out for a Stocksbridge throw, but stops any potential counter-attack. Hello Steve Kirk going, come on Stocky. Smythe into O'Connor, back to Smythe in the middle, trying to make 1-2 to Smythe again. Slips it forward here to Morris, back to Smythe, and he just slips and the ball just bounces out for a goal kick. Just couldn't get the purchase on the ball that he'd have wanted. 58 minutes gone, 0-0 here. All the lines. Can't say the scores are working in Stocksbridge's favour with Workington and Hyde winning today, though Morpeth losing 4-0 to Rylands at the moment. As it's back with Butler now. Back to to the left here to Doyle. Miscued kick, but Vale is still able to head it forward. Everington miscues his touch. Eagledon rescues him and just sends it away. Rawson will try to put a pressure on, headed out into the midfield to O'Connor. Racing forward O'Connor from about 30 yards out. 40k, back to O'Connor. Right foot, drilled shot, well saved Isherwood. It's a simple one for Isherwood in the way, and you'd been disappointed had it snuck underneath him. Well hit by O'Connor though, just probably didn't have enough direction away. Warrington Town trying to get on the attack very quickly, and there will be a free kick Stocksbridge though after a foul into the back of Sam Kay. So Harris is not particularly happy. You can hear his very loud Scouse accents all the way from our commentary position near the corner flag. Not particularly happy about that free kick being given. Doesn't look like Townsend will take this one, like he's taken many others. It'll be Connor Smythe instead. I've got routines for seemingly free kicks at any part of the position of the pitch, but it's not a great one. That was headed away. Kay will pick it up. Over the top of Everington, who's been forced back here. Everington will send it back to Townsend. It's a bit short. Townsend will just bash it away though, and then Eagledon gets clipped as he went for the ball. No free kick given, and it will go out for a Stocksbridge throw in on the right. Back with Everington now. Looking for Kay, but Kay just can't get out, and Rodwell Grant will win the ball. He's been forced back though by Kay. Back into defence and chips forward, and it's given right back to Everington. Everington just looking for a ball in, goes onto the edge of the area, but no one's there for it. It was behind Tommy Marshall. And now here comes the counter-attack through Millardo, who's crossing the halfway line now. Marshall's trying to keep up, and it's a great sliding challenge from Tommy Marshall that stops Millardo from getting any further forward. Really good work from Tommy, who initially disappointed about the pass that was given to him, but was able to get back. Well, there is a goal at Hillsborough, and Sheffield Wednesday are ahead against Millwall. Jamal Lowe has scored for the Owls. That is Barry Bannon's return to Hillsborough. As Warrington Town have the throw in here in a good position on the edge of the box. Millardo throws it short, then back to Millardo, and then a crunching tackle from Marshall, and that will be a free kick. And I think that's fair enough. Warrington Town fans are shouting off, it's definitely not that, but it will be a yellow card for the winger. So it will be a good position for a free kick here for Jack Doyle. He's the set piece specialist for Warrington Town. He set up a goal in the 2-0 away in Stockton Town with a free kick like this. Stocksbridge were wanting to use their height in defence. Luke Rawson in particular, the striker, coming back to defend, and James Morris has been summoned back as well. Every Stocksbridge player will be in the box to defend this. Patrick Morris is now just stopped deep and will stay a bit further up. Upon the one-man wall here. Here comes Jet Doyle, free kick over the top, good header away by Luke Rawson. Marshall trying to chase onto, but Tweedley will be the first, back out to the left here, but it's a poor touch by Butler, and it will go for a throw and still survive what could have been a very dangerous predicament. Referring to another throw in, and we are going to see a substitute for Stocksbridge, and it's Alfie Bradshaw is going to make his way on, and he will be replacing Sam Kay. Will
11 off and 12 on the bar.
It looks like Tommy Marshall will also be heading off, and he will be replaced by Thomas Poole. Poole not as quick as Marshall, but offers a bit more technical skill on the wings and more veteran experience. Recently became a dad for the first time. Only his second appearance. Warrington will now take the throw. He's going to launch this well downfield. Knocked away though, and Warrington have the ball back. Out to Rodwell Grant, who beats one man, but then he can't beat Alex O'Connor, who comes away with the ball. Slip forward to Bradshaw, who will be disappointed he didn't start today. And he's trying to dribble through a few players, and he's frustrated because he's been given a free kick, but he actually had the chance to break into a bit of space, and I think that's an advantage that should have been given there. LC Mark comment saying this town side has lacked any real attacking threat since Nell Watson got to Hensley. Now Watson, who made his debut for Warrington Town when they played against Stocksbridge, and I get why he looked quite good again playing against Stocksbridge. But they have had the chances Warrington Town today. Josh Vale and Texture of Townsend launches this ball forward, knocked down. Townsend on the edge of the box on the left hand side tries to play it into the middle. Big clears away, corner kick to Stocksbridge. It was Rodwell Grant back defending. And it will. That was a crucial block. Lee Bonnis, who's scored for Chesterfield, he's just been sent off. And he's been sent off for time wasting, which I've never seen a red card where it's come through on the video printer as time wasting. So this is Stocksbridge's first corner of the game, amazingly. With 65 minutes left. The corner goes in, headed up in the air, and it's cleared off the line. We'll go out for another corner. Both Whitney and Rawson were involved in that. Not sure who the Warrington man was that blocked it off the line. As more players, Stocksbridge players are calling for it, and there's a bit of movement in that box. There's another one goes in right beyond the keeper. Keeper gets enough onto it. Bradshaw racing to it on the right side. It's going to dribble out and be another corner kick, this time from the right wing. 3 corners in a row for the Steels. Warrington Town won't be pleased with. Well, we're pleased it didn't go in, but they've not been comfortable defences for them. Ball back here. Just Stocksbridge corner. Be a left-footed one from Connor Smythe. Here into the middle, and then volleyed away to the edge of the area. Bradshaw back to goal, tries to get it. And he will win it back after initially almost looking like he loses it. He's trying to get down the left-hand side. Rawson on the left wing now, wanting to try and get a ball in. Gets it out to left, looking for Bradshaw, but knocked away from him. Warrington on their own line here, touchline here, trying to get it away. But Rawson almost gets the deflection off it, and then Smythe wins the ball, but if Smythe has fouled his man, it will be a free kick to Warrington. 66 minutes gone on 0-0. Doyle launching it forward, looking for a run here. He might just find it. Cross in, takes a block here off Effrington. Will be another corner to Warrington Town after just basically a hopeful ball going forward. We just pointed out how simple that ended up being. Stocksbridge have got their big men back to try and defend this. On the middle, well headed away by Effrington. Poole will look to flick it on, goes over the top of Doyle, who's the one who created that chance. Gets it out to the left here, to Morris. Chip ball into the middle, look for Thompson. Well headed away by Smythe, goes to the edge of the area. Tweedley trying to bring it down, will knock it over to the left, high one for Morris, who will knock it back. Defence here comes across looking for Butler, but headed away by Iggulden. Warrington Town keep possession. It's Vayler on the ball, outright to Butler. Well in from Smythe, goes out, will be a Warrington Town throw-in. Durnan District have gone 3-0 on South Leeds. Jamie Austin and Adam Baskill scoring goals. As Warrington Town put the ball in, headed away by Rawson, still back defending. Poole dropping deep to try and win the ball, but Rodwell Grant will come away with it. Rodwell Grant out over to the right. Here comes the cross. It's a nice looking cross. Townsend coming to claim it. He misses it after initial header. Misses the catch. Warrington have an opportunity. A man tumbles over. There's not enough of a touch. It's going to be a corner kick. Townsend was saying he caught it and dropped. That was a hairy moment for the Steels. There wasn't any real appeal for the penalty. But I think it was Max Thompson that went down in the box. As Jack Doyle here will take this corner kick nearest to us. That little touch, and Townsend couldn't claim it like he wanted to. Right, into the middle and then clear away by Etherington at the near post, and he had to because Vela was moving on to it. Warrington Town have it on the halfway line. We'll send it back to Isherwood. Stocksbridge will press out as the keeper takes a touch. Taking it forward. Looking to switch it out to the far side. Iggulden heading it away. Into O'Connor, and then a bit confusion between Whitney and Smythe. Whitney eventually gets away, but he hasn't. He's deflected it. Ball forward. Whitney will intercept and then clears it away over the top. Morris might see if he can try and turn this into something. Guns managed to get away, but only to Bradshaw. Bradshaw charging forward. Morris needs to get back on side. Bradshaw on the left. He's got two men round him, and eventually it's knocked out, and it will be a Warrington throw. The last touch being from Bradshaw. Knocked down the way. Eildon with his knee got it away, and it's getting a Rodwell out and then goes down. It fought pretty lightly, but he will get the free kick. I think one of those where he gets a bit of a touch, and you probably can continue, but well, referee's not going to give you what, so might as well go down and get yourself a free kick. Especially when Warrington Town have looked quite good from these set pieces so far. Ball in the middle. Rawson will head it away. Thomas Pulfing's just gone down, trying to come back to defend. Ball into the middle, blocked. Rodwell Grant will get it back after the initial cross was blocked. Here comes another ball in. Goes to Vela, who flicks it backwards, and that will help in Stocksbridge defend. But Warrington Town do keep possession. Back on the halfway line, chipped over towards Butler on the right-hand side, who heads it forward. Nice touch there. Down goes Morris. Doesn't go down under anything. Stocksbridge tried to clear, but only clear after a throw-in, and Warrington Town will keep that pressure on. Townsend looks frustrated. Hyde are down 4-0 up on Henford. What is happening at Hyde? As Warrington Town have the ball now on the halfway line. 71 minutes gone. Gainsborough one back against Workington. They're 3-1 down there. Workington, what's happening there? As Iggulden will head the ball away. Morris looking to turn. Back to Smythe. Short pass. Smythe gets it into the middle, but now it's a poor pass, and Warrington Town will keep the pressure on. Back out to the right. Cross in, digs a deflection. There's a chance for Warrington here. Shot deflected. In the end to Rodwell Grant. This is it. Goes to another time. Thompson offside. Well, there was another shot after that went wide. It would not have counted if it made it in, because the linesman here, who had already ruled Stocksbridge, having one ruled out for offside, has just had his flag up, and he was right there. Thompson had half his body offside, and we know how close these things are with VAR these days. As looks like we've seen a substitution for Warrington. Jay Harris is about to go off, and he will be replaced by Devon Green. Townsend will press take this with Green coming on as Warrington Town hope he will make the impact to put them in the lead. And to experience in the EFL Green, I mean, play for like Tranmere Road and Southport, Scunthorpe as well, not too far from us. Townsend now will launch the ball forward over the top, headed on by Morrison. It's Bradshaw trying to break down left, playing it back to Rawson, but he's actually gone out before he could play it back. He's gone out there for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Steele's looking for a goal here, as Smythe goes over to take this throw-in. Can the Steels grab one from the long throw? Here it comes, looping in. Head up into the air by Warrington, kept in, knocked up by Etherington trying to head it towards goal. Goes over to the right, who can get to it first? It's Stocksbridge, and the Steels have taken the lead. I believe it's Thomas Poole who scored the goal. It is at the opposite end to us, but it's hit low and hard, and it looks like the substitute, Thomas Poole, who has only just become a father last month, has scored the opening goal. 1-0 to the Steels. just going to get some confirmation before that it was Thomas Poole. The problem is in our position here is that we are basically at the corner flag at the end. Stocksbridge are defending. Brilliant when we're calling stuff around this end. A bit harder when it's over at the other end. So we're all going to just say it's a top. Smythe now for this throw-in. Launched forwards, knocked it on, and Poole there who's trying to get the ball forward. He goes out again, but for another Stocksbridge throw-in close to the halfway line. Goes for Stocksbridge, trying to see if they can go grab another and make this a bit more comfortable for the end. O'Connor heads it forward, brought down by Rawson on the left hand side, ball into the middle. Poole's racing, but it's Isherwood who gets onto it first. As Warrington get the game underway, Isherwood launching it forward, 76 minutes gone. Headed on, Whitney will cover this and just boots that one away. Even though he's 17, he's a bit more of an old-fashioned defender. Alex Whitney, as you just saw, he ain't trying to cute pass away to get into the midfield. He lumps it away when he's the slightest bit unsure. Eagledon gets forward anyway, but going back to O'Connor, who launched it forward. No one's there for it. It will just go back to Isherwood. Back in defence now. Knock forward here, over the top here to Rodwell Grant, back in the midfield, well in by Poole. Goes ricochet in the middle, O'Connor will get it touched forward, then back into Eagledon, who can only slice it, and it goes out for a Warrington throw-in as they look to bounce back now. Well, we've said Sheffield Wednesday were leading, it's all gone wrong for them. It's now 2-1 to Millwall within 3 minutes. Well, knocked away, and Rawson could actually trigger the offside trap here. Onto the right, his header took him out onto the right wing, being trapped by Evan Gums. Needs a bit of help. He's got Poole now here, coming in. Trying to get forward, and it will be a touch out, and he will go out for a throw-in. All right, Malado will take. Oh, sorry. Everton will take this throw-in. Seals trying to double their lead. Make sure that the grandstand finish is not here. Ball into the middle. Rawson heading it on, and then it's trying to be controlled in the middle. It's actually trying to turn round, but Warrington able to clear just before that can happen. Then Stocksbridge get the head out towards, well, right back here. Cleared away. Go forward, well read by Whitney, but his clearance only goes back in field, but that ball forward blocked by Hogg. Hogg heading it forward. Brought down well. Held by Vayler, out to the right. Now Vayler again. Trying to think it forward. Now gets it out forward here towards Morris. He's been forced back, Morris. Almost lost the ball going back, but then ball knocked forward. Headed away by Smythe, but only back into midfield here for Tweedley. Back out to Doyle now on the left-hand side, who will, as the attack tries to come out from this side now. All forward, back into defence. With Gums now out to the right. Malado forward to Morris, being forced backwards, trying to turn his man, and Smythe has gone down trying to get to him. Morris back helping. Eventually Morris goes down again. A bit light, but Warrington Town will get the free kick now. 79 minutes gone. Well, Gainsborough are 3-0 down against Workington. It's now 3-3. Frank Mulhern has scored. and Hyde are 5-0 up on Hensford. What is one of the most bizarre scorelines I think I've seen in a long time, that. So Doyle with a free kick, the free kick specialist, looping it in. Right side, it goes out to the edge. Godwell Grant trying to turn and shoot. He's turned, but he's got men blocked in him. Back out to Doyle, clips the ball in, and it's a poor one that goes wide of the goal. Almost 80 minutes gone now. Barnsley were 2-0 against Wimbledon, now 3-2 down Brownstone. And Mansfield Town might be about to commit a shock against Burnley. Reid has just put the Stags 2-1 up on Burnley. Lewis Reid, the former Sheffield United midfielder. There might be a Burnley fan listening to this who's not very happy about that. As Townsend, I think, is deliberately trying to take the time as a substitute. Is about to go on. Tom Charles is about to make his return from injury. Well, I think we're not sure who's going off. That's it. It's going to be James Morris who's going off. So ball's back with Townsend for the goal kick. And Manchester City have gone 2-0 up on Salford City. Mark Gahey, the scorer. As Eagledon will clear that one away. Warrington Town are getting the ball in the right positions at the moment. Nervously for the Steels. Ball thrown in towards Rodwell Grant. Whitney gets the header. Tweedley gets it, knocks it out towards Doyle on the left. He's going to loop a ball into the middle and headed away by O'Connor. Brought down by Tweedley. There was a bit of a high foot there from Hogg. That could have been penalised, but Stocksbridge do get the ball away. But back with Warrington Town. They are going to pile the pressure on for the last, 10 minutes of added time and then whatever we get on top. But that ball's just been won by Charles, who tries to get the ball down the line, and it will just go back to Isherwood. 5-man defence now for the Steels, with Etherington moving into centre back and Charles on the right. Then back into defence with Guns, who will move forward. Trying to slip it forward, and then well in from Smythe, but well, not in well in according to referee. That was 2 in. According to him, as the foul on Morris is penalised. Ball in the middle to Tweedley. Out to the left. Tweedley again, back into defence. To Butler. Trying the diagonal, going over the top of Poole, brought down well by Millardo. Ball clipped in, Whitney clears. Rawson trying to get forward, a little push off from Gums, made sure he couldn't. Quite clever play from him. Experienced defender for Warrington. Butler. Out left now to Doyle. Doyle, diagonal, looking for Thompson. Just goes over Thompson, but we'll go on to around with Poole trying to back that defend. And then he gets in from Morris. I think he's going to go for a corner kick, that, and that is what the referee's side of O'Connor's appealing. You can see from a certain angle it might have been a goal kick, but no, I think we're in front of it, it was a corner. This is where Warrington Town have looked most dangerous from. So back for Doyle. Here comes the ball. It's a nice walking ball. Header on goal. Great save, Townsend! It's a brilliant header. I think it was Evan Gomes with the header. And Townsend just tips it over the bar. It looked destined for the top corner. Townsend with a brilliant save. Here comes another corner into the 6-yard area. Townsend punches it into the 6-yard area again, but Townsend dives to his left and saves it. 2 brilliant saves from Townsend in the matter of seconds. 83 minutes gone. Ball launched forward. Wilson trying to go for it, goes over him. Bradshaw trying to challenge, headed away though. Back into Warrington Town defence as they will look to pile the pressure on once again. Back to Isherwood. Ball launched forward, headed away. But again, Stocksbridge aren't keeping possession at all. They're allowing Warrington to come and get. Ball forward, headed away by Eagledon. Charles keeps it in on the right, but We have a stoppage because Whitney is down and will need further treatment, which the Warrington Town fans are not too happy about. He's standing back up again now, Alex Whitney. So you'd hope he'd be able to continue. Imagine if he were to come off, Keenan Ferguson would be the man coming on, and you'd probably see Tom Charles tuck into the centre. Ferguson on the right. I think that shoulder has just done a bit too much now. It's a shame because he's been great at defending the aerial balls into the box. And he will come off. Keenan Ferguson will replace him. Hopefully that won't affect the defensive chemistry too much for the Steels. Will be a contested ball here for Warrington and Stocksbridge on the right-hand side for the Steels. Urges from the Warrington Town fans for it to be got on with, the referee taking his time deciding where this is going to be taken. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but then Charles does lump it forward to get it restarted. Rawson fights for it. He's not going to win that fight. Butler knocks it away into midfield. Tweedley picks it up. Tweedley has been one of the key players for Warrington keeping their possession since going down. Ball out to the right here to Thompson. Back into midfield. Tweedley again. Out left, Vela. Forward now to Green, who goes down under the challenge from Charles. A free kick to Warrington Town close to the halfway line. 86 minutes gone. Quickly taken, and they're going to keep in defence. They're not going for the chuck it into the box method just yet. Back with Gums forward to Tweedley. Tweedley turns, trying to get it down the channel. Well intercepted by Smythe. Trying to find Bradshaw. Gets it back in the field. Eagledon will clear it forward. Rawson will try and challenge, but head away by Gums, back into defence. Butler now. To Gums, knocks it forward. Smythe is going to try and cover it, does, and clears it away. Going to go back to Tweedley, who tries to head it back towards Gums. Rawson tried to get to it, but couldn't do so. And then good work by Bradshaw, then knocked down the channel for Poole. Bradshaw wasn't aware of it. Easy enough for Gums to pick it up there on the edge of his own box. Stocksbridge aren't really able to get out their own half at the moment. Warrington Town are piling on the pressure. Right, back into Isherwood. Barnsley have equalised into Wimbledon. 3-3 there. Ollie Banks has scored. Back to Gums now. Sideways to Tweedley. We're going to try and get a foot in, but Tweedley escapes him, but he is forced backward to do so. Butler lays it forward now to Rodwell Grant, who's playing a more central position at the moment. Now ball over the top, trying to look for Green, but Charles will head away. King and Ferguson's first touch just gives it back to Warrington. Rodwell Grant again, getting out towards Millardo. Millardo bringing it down, trying to get past Smythe. Smythe trying to get the block in, gets the block, goes back to Millardo. Millardo puts another ball in, looking for that far post. Ferguson will head it away, and Bradshaw will get the chance to get it on the chest and just lump that away. Wilson will try and get on it. He pushes Gums in the back, and that's a free kick to Warrington Town. 88.5 minutes gone. Quickly taken free kick. Ball forward. Eagledon heads it away. Back out to the right to Millardo. He plays a short one to Tweedley. Tweedley had to shoot, so he'll pass it here. Back into defence. There's an idiot on a motorbike outside the stadium. Back into remains in defence as they push forward very high from Warrington. Drilled effort. It goes through Townsend's legs, and it's 1-1. It's a long-range effort from Scott Butler. Townsend, who's been brilliant throughout, will be disappointed with that, and Warrington Town have the equaliser. And that is disappointing. It's a simple punt forward that's just took a little deflection that's out Fox Townsend, and it's gone through him, and it's 1-1. Really frustrating for Stocksbridge, who now need to try and turn this game to get it going their way if they want to grab something out of it. Game back underway. Hogg trying to pin it out towards the left hand side, but it will just bounce and go out for a throw-in close to the corner flag. That's frustrated the Steels, who were doing so well up until that point. Smythe heads it forward, goes to Bradshaw. The Warrington fans have sparked into noise now as it went out here and will go out for a throw-in. Warrington Town fans think they can go get a winner. The momentum's certainly been in their favour. We are into past 90 minutes now. Smythe tries to head away, knocked forward by O'Connor. Knocked forward and looking for Eagledon, headed on into the box. Townsend will race for it, but Etherington will clear it out. Townsend will have wanted that, and Warrington Town able to keep the pressure coming on. Can the Seals defend this? Ball thrown into the box. Rawson will head it away. Bradshaw trying to get to it. Ferguson got something of a touch onto it. O'Connor heading it out. Looking for Poole, who just launched it forward, but back for Tweedley, who has been orchestrating things in the last 10 minutes. Back to Millardo. There's defence here. To Butler. Launch it forward. Eagledon will head it away. Tweedley bringing it down. Back in midfield. Here to Thompson. Back forward, clip ball into middle. Eagledon will read that, volleys it away. Nowhere near Rawson though, so Butler will keep. He was urged to shoot after his last attempt worked out for him. Butler is on an amazing run. He's full of confidence now. Out to the left here to Green. Green, loop ball into the middle. Eagledon heads away. Millardo will chase it back. Millardo taking the touch. Two dogs are fighting near us. It's all excitement here. Millardo, loop, cross into the box. Goes over everyone. Ferguson heads it back in the middle. Thompson takes the volley. Blocked by Elder. Peels for ball not given. It hit underneath his arm. Back to Tweedley. Tweedley takes an effort over the top. Hits the top of the stand. So can breathe for a second. If he could just hit that portion just under the armpit of Eagledon. But you can't blame the Warrington fans for trying. Two minutes out of time now passed. We did not see the added time board go up. 5 minutes added time being informed. So 3 more to go. And I think this is a hold-on attempt for the Steels like last week. Except this time we had the chance to win it. Townsend, ball forward. Hogg's going to try and win the header, but Tweedley can only head it backwards to Doyle. Tries to get out to right. It's a misplaced pass. Will be a throw-in. Steels will get the ball back. Back with Smythe now. The score lines haven't really gone Stocksbridge just way, unfortunately. So, Warrington drawing is a bit better, but Hogg tries to get forward. Keenan Ferguson bringing it down towards the edge of the area. Tries to slip through to Rawson, but well read by Butler, who just robbed it and cleared away by Gums. Goes to O'Connor, who tries to volley it back, but Gums will head it right back again. Now Hogg contesting into the middle. Bradshaw trying to bring it down. Well won back by Rodwell Grant, and it's cleared away and take an awkward bounce and will go out for a throw-in. 3 minutes have now elapsed of added time. Smythe throws it forward, and then it's headed out for another Stocksbridge throw. Stocksbridge are going to try and see if they can grab something at the end now, as they're the ones on the attack. Smythe throws it forward to Poole and back to Smythe, who can loop it over the top. Poole tried to contest for it, but now cleared away by Tweedley. Only back to Etherington, who lumps it back there. Poole is going to see if he can head this in, but he can't get to connect with the header. Now will be collected by Millardo, who clears it away. Now O'Connor, who heads it right back and brought down well by Smythe. Takes a bit of deflection back into defence, and Ferguson's going to try and cause something here, but knocked away by Butler, the goal scorer, if he can do so. Green has it in his own half, still being forced back by Ferguson. And cleared away into middle, and O'Connor will read that. O'Connor forward here to Bradshaw. Bradshaw going forward, takes a shot, he gets it all wrong. It's another destined for Cantilever Bridge rather than the goal. 4 minutes have now elapsed, 50 seconds to go. That may have been the chance. Bradshaw leant back and Oh, he got it all wrong underneath the ball rather than striking it cleanly, like Scott Butler did. Ball forward, headed away, then headed back. O'Connor will get it out to left. Poole on it now. Any goal now would be the winner. Trying to slip it through, but Tweedley, who's been great in this last 15 minutes of the game, intercepts. But then Stockbridge got it back. Bradshaw on it. Bradshaw going down the left. But no one in the box here for Bradshaw to aim at. He gives it back to Poole. Poole takes it. Now O'Connor. O'Connor siding in the middle to Hogg. Hogg takes a touch. Thought about the shot. Now gets it out to the right to Charlesworth. Charlesworth puts the cross in, and it's over everything and over the bar and out to the standing. Perhaps someone should have just had a go. 5 minutes of the 5 minutes at a time have now gone. This will likely be this. Oh, that'll likely be that. That's how words work. Back with the goalkeeper, Isherwood. Stockbridge did have a couple of moments at the end. Ball launched forward. No full time just yet. Headed away by Poole. Malado, long it forward. Then headed away by Smythe. Tweedley, headed it back. Brought down. And that is that. It's full time here. 1-1 between Warrington Town and Stocksbridge Park Steels. Stocksbridge did take the lead. It was a close range strike from Thomas Poole that the Steels thought was going to be enough to give them the win, but then, just before the 90th minute ticked, a long range effort from Butler took a deflection and outfoxed Ben Townsend before nestling itself in the back of the net. It's 1-1 here. I don't think either team will be happy with the point. Both will want some more, but it's what they'll have to get on Valentine's Day. Ain't that a message for
Warrington's man of the match, sponsored by AC Joinery, is number 5, Scott Butler.
After Harry was just blown out by that speaker, it is sort of the message for Valentine's Day for many people. You might want a lot, but you've got to deal with what you get and be happy with that instead. I've been Adam Allcroft, your commentator for today. Thank you very much to everybody who's been listening, Stocksbridge or Warrington fans. We wish you a very happy Valentine's Day, and we'll see you next Saturday when we're at home to Prescott Cables. Thank you and good night.